Make a large muscle up next to the ear, making sure the yo-yo is held in towards yourself. Also, check to make sure the string is coming over the top of the yo-yo. Throw the yo-yo by bringing your arm straight out and letting the yo-yo fall directly over the tips of your fingers. The spin of the yo-yo comes mostly from the snap of your wrist. Once the yo-yo is spinning at the end of the string, simply turn your hand over and give a slight tug to return to your hand. The sleeper. Walk the dog. Throw a strong sleeper. Slowly lower the yo-yo until it touches the ground. As soon as it touches the ground, you'll see it start to walk away from you. After letting the yo-yo walk for about a foot, simply raise the yo-yo off the ground and return to your hand with a small tug. Walk the dog. The creeper. Throw a strong sleeper. Rock the yo-yo out away from you and slowly let it touch the ground. As soon as it touches the ground, bring your throw hand down to the ground and a small tug will return the yo-yo to your waiting hand. The creeper. The forward pass. Start with your hand down by your side and the yo-yo facing in towards your body. Throw the yo-yo out away from yourself by swinging it out with your throw hand. Once the yo-yo has reached the end of the string, turn your hand over and allow the yo-yo to return to your waiting hand. The forward pass. Rock the baby. Start with a strong sleeper. Take your non-throw hand and pinch the string between your thumb and pointer. Using your throw hand, pinch the string just above the yo-yo. Put your non-throw hand into the string that you have just pinched and pull straight down in towards your body. Spread the fingers of your non-throw hand out to open the triangle. Simply rock the yo-yo between the triangle about 4 or 5 times. Let the yo-yo out of the front of the triangle and slowly lower it completely to the end of the string and simply return to your hand. Rock the baby. Around the world. Start with your throw hand down by your side and throw the yo-yo straight out as in forward pass. Once the yo-yo reaches the end of the string, swing it around in a continuous circle. Once the yo-yo reaches its starting position, turn your throw hand over and allow the yo-yo to return to your waiting hand. Around the world. Jamaican flag. Start with a strong sleeper. Take your non-throw hand and using 3 fingers grab the string. Take your throw hand and again using 3 fingers grab the string just underneath what you grabbed before. Again, with 3 fingers from your non-throw hand, grab the string underneath what you've just grabbed and pull it up so that you are holding your hand similar to how you hold a steering wheel. Use the pinky of your throw hand to grab the string hanging off your non-throw hand. And you can now display the Jamaican flag. Slowly let the yo-yo down and return to your hand. Jamaican flag. Eiffel Tower. Start with a strong sleeper. Make an L with your throw hand. Using your non-throw hand, grab the string hanging over the L and pull it in toward yourself, much like making a slingshot. Reach through the slingshot you just created and pull the one string hanging down entirely through the slingshot. Take your throw hand, which is still in the shape of an L, and turn it down and toward yourself. Using your pointer and middle fingers, pinch the string hanging down from the yo-yo. Simply turn both hands as to display your Eiffel Tower. You can then simply let the string fall off your hand and return the yo-yo. Eiffel Tower. Breakaway. Make a muscle just like you would throw a sleeper, except turn your arm to the side of your body. Throw the yo-yo straight out of the side of your body and swing it around the front, ending just about shoulder height. You're then going to turn your hand under to return the yo-yo to your hand. Breakaway. Pop the clutch. Start with a strong sleeper. Bring the yo-yo and string around the back of your throw hand shoulder. Bring your throw hand down and pinch the string just above the yo-yo. Tug the yo-yo string straight up. The yo-yo should grab the string and send itself over your shoulder. As soon as the yo-yo goes over your shoulder, make a quick jerking motion to return to your hand. Pop the clutch. Man on the flying trapeze. Start with a breakaway. As the yo-yo swings in front of you, bring your non-throw hand pointer finger down on the string as close to the yo-yo as possible. The closer your finger is, the more likely you'll land it on the string. Dismount from trapeze however you like, and return to your hand. Man on the flying trapeze. Sidewinder. Start with a sleeper. Use your throw hand to either pull to the left or right, and give just a slight tug as you do this. The yo-yo, as it returns, grabs the string using its spin and actually tightens and loosens the string, just like in UFO. It's going to be tighter if you move towards your throw hand side, and looser if you move towards your non-throw hand side. Simply catch the yo-yo as it returns, and you've done the sidewinder. Brain twister. Start with a sleeper. Push the pointer finger of your non-throw hand into the string. Using your throw hand, thread the string into the groove of the yo-yo from behind and bring it up around the front. This is called the brain twister mount. Bring your throw hand in towards the string and guide it around in a complete circle. Repeat this 3 or 4 times for good practice. To dismount from brain twister, bring your non-throw hand in towards your body, swinging the yo-yo out into a sleeper, and return to your hand. Brain twister. Stop and go. Start with a brain twister mount. Bring your non-throw hand over your throw hand. Give the yo-yo a straight up jerk and catch it between your 2 hands as it snaps up. Bring your throw hand underneath the yo-yo, and then pull just your throw hand straight down. The yo-yo should spin with the string hanging over your non-throw hand. You can then simply return the yo-yo to your hand. Stop and go. Double or nothing. Start with a breakaway. Swing the yo-yo around your non-throw hand finger, around your throw hand finger, and finally bring the yo-yo as close to your non-throw hand finger as possible. Pull your throw hand finger out of the string and swing the yo-yo out towards your left. And you can then return it to your hand. Double or nothing. Split the atom. Start with a strong sleeper and push your non-throw hand into the string. Using your throw hand pointer finger, push into the string just above the yo-yo. Once the yo-yo has hit the string, give it slack so that it sits in the hold of the strings. This is called a split bottom mount. Use your throw hand to bring the yo-yo forward over your non-throw hand pointer finger. Now, use your non-throw hand pointer finger and push it directly into the 2 strings in the front of the yo-yo. Then, using your throw hand pointer, pull the string in towards yourself and thread the yo-yo onto the same string as it's sitting on. Finally, perform 3 brain twisters and dismount back to your hand. Split the atom. Mach 5. Start with a split bottom mount. Just as in Split the Atom, use your throw hand to bring the yo-yo forward over your non-throw hand pointer finger. Using just your non-throw hand finger, continue moving it up and around your other finger, continuing around the yo-yo until it's directly underneath it. Now you will be in a hold where you have a hand above and below the yo-yo. Simply move your hands in a circle away from you at the same time. When you're ready to dismount, end with your non-throw hand in the front and drop off the string from your throw hand pointer finger. Then dismount and return to your hand. Mach 5. Ripcord. Start with a split bottom mount. Bring your non-throw hand pointer finger in towards your body, pushing it into the string just above the yo-yo. This causes the yo-yo to land on the string. Once again, bring your non-throw hand in for a second time and land the yo-yo on the string again, so now it should be doubled up. Simply drop your throw hand pointer finger and pull the string in towards yourself. This should cause the yo-yo to unwrap itself, and you'll end up in what looks similar to a trapeze. Return the yo-yo to your hand. The ripcord. Eli hops. Start with a trapeze. You're going to launch the yo-yo straight up into the air. To do this, it's a combined move of your throw hand pulling away and your non-throw hand moving down and in towards your throw hand. To bring your yo-yo back, the throw hand is key. Make sure you pull it back directly straight. As long as you pull it back in a straight line, the yo-yo should hit back on it. With enough practice, you should be able to do a lot of Eli hops. Mondial. Start with a split bottom out and go through the first few steps of Mach 5. You're now going to want to do something similar to how you do a pop and squeegee though. It's a combination of tossing and popping. Pop it straight up and then cross your hands, throw hand over non-throw hand. This should end you in a split bottom out. Move the yo-yo once forward and drop the string off your throw hand pointer finger to dismount. Mondial. Slack trapeze. Start with a trapeze, but bounce it off the string, pinching the string there between your pointer and thumb. Using your throw hand, toss the string to your non-throw hand side. As long as you pinch the string, it will swing over and should land around one half of the yo-yo. Roll the yo-yo, keeping your throw hand still and mainly using your non-throw hand to roll. It should make the yo-yo roll out back into a trapeze, undoing the wrap around the axle. Simply return to your hand, and you've done slack trapeze. Boiny boing. Start with a split bottom out. Raise the yo-yo up so your throw hand is above it and your non-throw hand below it. Make sure your hands are lined up, which will make the next few steps a lot easier. Bounce the yo-yo off the front string by raising your throw hand pointer finger straight up. Immediately, start to lower it as soon as it hits the string, which will cause it to start bouncing back. As the yo-yo bounces back, raise your throw hand pointer finger back up, causing the yo-yo to go backwards into the back string. Immediately, start to lower it as soon as it hits the string, which will cause it to start bouncing back forward. Repeat the steps a couple times to get the boing boing action. And then dismount. Boing boing. Skin the gerbil. Start with a trapeze. Bring your throw hand in towards the yo-yo and guide once around the string, and continue this motion into a double-on trapeze. Unroll the yo-yo from the double-on trapeze, perform an extra roll, and then send it around to the throw hand and do a double-on trapeze on that side. Again, unroll the yo-yo and swing it back around to your non-throw hand, but this time miss the string once by swinging the yo-yo in front of the string and then landing it double on the string. Unroll the yo-yo completely into trapeze and return to your hand. Skin the gerbil. Ouija bow. Start with a trapeze. Pop the yo-yo straight up and cross your hands, hitting your throw hand into the string just below the yo-yo. This will cause the yo-yo to land on the string between your two crossed hands. Swing the yo-yo towards your throw hand side, which should cause you to uncross and then recross your hands. The next part's the trickiest. You need to pop the yo-yo straight up. It's really a combination of a straight up toss and pulling your hands apart at the same time. Once above your hands, simply uncross them straight across, causing the yo-yo to land directly back into a double or nothing. The last step, you pop the yo-yo straight up again, this time just dropping off the strings and finally ending in a trapeze. Then return to your hand, and you've done Ouija bow. Suicide. Start with the trapeze. You're going to swing the yo-yo toward your throw hand side. Just as the string hits your throw hand finger, let go, and this should create a large loop. Using your non-throw hand, stick your finger back into the loop that you created. You'll notice that you're back in trapeze. Do this as many times as you want, and return to your hand. Suicide. Shockwave. Start with a trapeze. The next step is called a magic drop. You're going to make an L with your pointer and thumb of your throw hand. Bring it down and twist in towards yourself so that you end up with a string hanging over your thumb and pointer finger. Then, roll the yo-yo underneath and over your throw hand. The yo-yo should drop off the string and end on just the string closest to you. This is an important move in yo-yoing in general. Next, you're going to curve your throw hand pointer finger in towards yourself, and using your non-throw hand, guide the yo-yo onto the string closest to you. You'll be back in trapeze, and you can then perform the few steps over again. After about 2 or 3 repetitions, return to your hand, and you've done Shockwave. Iron Whip. Start with a trapeze. Place your throw hand into the string and hold onto it with your whole hand. Pop the yo-yo up on the side of the string closest to your body and make a whipping motion with your throw hand down towards the yo-yo. It's much easier to guide if you pinch the string as you whip. After doing a few repetitions, simply return to your hand, and you've done the Iron Whip. Spirit Bomb. Start by throwing a breakaway. Swing the yo-yo around your non-throw hand pointer, around the lower part of your throw hand wrist, and then around your pointer one more time, and a triangle should form that you can land the yo-yo in the middle of. This is called a Spirit Bomb mount. Drop your non-throw hand pointer finger and insert it back into the string on your throw hand side. Then, bring it under the yo-yo towards your non-throw hand side. Now, bring your non-throw hand pointer into the string in the center, causing the yo-yo to land double onto itself. The next step is very similar to the pop in Ouija bow. You're going to pop and toss the yo-yo straight up into the string just above it, and then cross your non-throw hand over your throw hand. You are now going to pop it straight up again, this time towards the front and not into the string. Pop and toss it straight up, uncross your hands, and the yo-yo should come straight down into the triangle that you've created. Drop your non-throw hand pointer finger and insert it back into the string on your throw hand side again. Then, bring it under the yo-yo towards your non-throw hand side and bring your non-throw hand pointer into the string connected to the yo-yo, so that the yo-yo will hit the string and land only on that string. Drop everything left on your throw hand and return to your hand. The Spirit Bomb. Laceration. Start with a trapeze. Now this is a tricky move. You're going to whip your hand down in a circular motion. The string will come off the yo-yo, and as you whip your hand down in the circular motion, you want to aim towards the gap of the yo-yo. What should happen is you should create a loop of string that you can stick your finger back into. The yo-yo really shouldn't move too much. Once you've stuck your finger back into the loop, you'll be back into a trapeze, which is where you started. Simply return to your hand. Laceration. Kamikaze. Start with a double or nothing, but instead of going around the pointer finger of your non-throw hand, go around the thumb. Pop the yo-yo upwards towards the top string and let go of the string hanging off your thumb at the same time. This should put you in something similar to the Mach 5 hold. Swing the yo-yo over your throw hand and around onto the back string. Pull in your non-throw hand pointer finger and pop the yo-yo in front of the strings and land it on top of all the strings. Drop off your throw hand pointer and roll towards your non-throw hand. You will be back in a trapeze, but you want to continue the motion and perform a magic drop. Roll the yo-yo towards your throw hand side into the string. Undo it, missing the string, and land completely back around on the other side. Then, undo it again, finally landing it back into trapeze. Return to your hand, and you've done Kamikaze. White Buddha. Throw the beginning of what is a 1.5 mount, but instead land the yo-yo on the top string and let it bounce down onto the bottom string. Now, swing the yo-yo into a 1.5 mount. Now, swing the yo-yo completely over your throw hand and end it on the opposite side of your non-throw hand. Using your throw hand thumb and pointer, spread open the string and pop the yo-yo out through the triangle. Jump the yo-yo back to the triangle, back to where you started, and swing the yo-yo all the way back into a 1.5 mount. Once again, swing the yo-yo back to where you started, open the triangle, and pop it back out. This time, pull your finger on your non-throw hand in towards yourself, and swing the yo-yo under your throw hand pointer, landing it on the string. Drop the string off the front of your non-throw hand pointer finger and roll the yo-yo over your hand without moving your non-throw hand. You'll notice that you will have to pull your non-throw hand pointer finger in towards yourself to hold onto the string. Swing the string over your throw hand pointer and back into a 1.5 mount. Swing the yo-yo completely over your throw hand and end it on the opposite side of your non-throw hand. Bring your throw hand into the string, causing the yo-yo to double up underneath it. Now drop the string off your throw hand pointer and pull. The yo-yo should bind on the string for a second, and after a quick tug, should fall out under the string. Land back into a trapeze and perform any dismount to return to your hand. White Buddha.